Yeah, Sakhumzi, ngiyakwamukela ku Sports Talk with Big Joe.
Yeah, no, ngiyabulela Big Joe for inviting me and good afternoon to your viewers as well.
Yeah, indoda le Sakhumzi. Yeah. Nina nimadoda enza show ukuthi abadlali baphilile, abadlali ba right, injury free. Unjani umsebenzi wakho?
Ayi, Big Joe. Umnandi wona. Yeah, Omega, you just have to be passionate about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, ukhona ubunzima bakhona because you travel a lot. But when you do something that you enjoy, you're passionate about it, you don't feel it.
Yeah.
With the shrug, you're working because it's your environment. I mean, I grew up in a sporting environment, so I'm not complaining.
Yazi nawuthi ukhulele ku sporting environment, abantu abaningi abasebenza ku sports, whether it's football ngiyazwisisa ne. Ukwabona abantu abagcina bama physiotherapist, abantu abagcina bama masseuse, abantu abagcina benza nje ezinye izinto ecade. Babantu abayizamile ibhola yabahlula so they had to find some things eseduze nebhola ukuthi baye. So go idlala ibhola.
No, I played the football and I played the football, semi-professional football in Cape Town. I played with former professional players. There was a team called Goodwood. Yes,
Yeah.
it was based in Cape Town. I'm from Cape Town actually. So it was, it had a partnership with Cape Town Spurs during the time of the Wemas brothers.
Yeah.
And even John Committee is the owner of Cape Town City. He used to play for Edgewood. So when he was still part of Cape Town Spurs then, before they merged with Ajax Cape Town to form, with 7 stars. Yes, he was. I was playing around him.
Okay.
You know, but it's not to say we know each other personally. Yeah. I was still a young boy at that time.
So
yeah.
Abanye nje ama professional players njengokuthi you played nama professional players amanye bobani nje just
Many.
Oh, Rastaman.
Andile Sitlaba.
Yeah.
Tex Mnani plays for Amazulu as well. Those because we come from the same township, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Manaka, Langa Township in Cape Town. So those will be the players that I can think of now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the others are cricket players. I mean, with the current Protea captain Temba Pavuma, we play for the same cricket club, Nanga Cricket Club.
All right.
I played up to the Western Province, the provincial team as well. You know, so same thing with football. I played provincially, but for me, football or sport, I've never saw it as to say, hey, I want to play football. But I wanted to contribute in a different way.
So yini ke mhlambe eyakwenza ukuthi ugcine wena ulisile ukudlala and ucontribute ngendlela ucontribute ngakhona, maybe injury, or you just decided to okay, now I stop playing, let me do something different related to football?
How I started even injury, Prajo. The thing is, I was always focused on books.
Yeah.
So for me, sport was part of meeting new friends and also keeping healthy, but I always knew that I'm going the varsity route.
Yeah.
If I have to play football, I played a varsity. And even not coming to a varsity for that matter. The technical director of SAFA, Walter Stilwell.
Yeah, Stilwell.
We played same.
All right, that was it.
For Western Cape, University of UWC. We played together, and there's few people who know that he's a doctor. He's a dentist by profession. But he pursued football.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. Yeah, exactly. So he wanted to contribute to football in a different way.
Yeah, ne?
Yes.
Okay. University, you are a physiotherapist. So omunye umuntu akazi ukuthi nasikhuluma nge-physiotherapist sikhuluma ngani. What does it take to be a physiotherapist? Like izinto ozifunda ku-university before you can say ngi-physiotherapist qualified now?
Yeah, before we figure university, there is a criteria, for certain subjects that you would need to do in high school.
Yeah.
We talking biology, higher grade, physics, higher grade, maths, higher grade. And if you have to do those three. Those three are majors for you to be able to do physio. But yes, you will find other varsities that are flexible in terms of you can do it in a standard rate, but you had to.
Yeah.
So once you do that, then in varsity now, you apply. Then you must do physics, you must do chemistry, You must do anatomy, physiology, which is the study of organs out there, bunch. Anatomy with the study of structures. So you do all of that. So, but it starts at high school.
Yeah.
It starts at
Ngama-subject
you
owenzayo.
have to exact. You have to have your maths, higher grade, physics, and chemistry.
And chemistry. Okay. It's a good thing. Namhlanje sikhuluma nawe nje uyi-physiotherapist ye-Mamelodi Sundowns. Angazi ukuthi mina la ngihlezi khona ngicabanga ukuthi it has been a journey before yokufika ku-Sundowns. Angikholwa ukuthi kusho ukuthi kungaba mhlolo ngingakubethela izandla. La ungangitshela ukuthi straight from university you went to Sundowns.
Yeah.
Yeah, before uzokufika ku-Sundowns, was it?
Yeah, well, we started, I think, I joined Sundowns in 2007.
Usaphethe
It was still Gordon Exit.
Gordon Exit, yeah.
He was deputized by Kevin Johnson.
Kevin Johnson.
The current
interim coach.
chief.
Yeah.
So this is how it started, because it started with the under 23 when Steve Compella actually was, because that's when
national setup.
Yeah, under 23.
Okay. Ngaleso sikhathi, yeah.
The doctor at the time, Dr. Ephraim Nemaswara,
Yeah.
So we work in the same, we still work in the same hospital in Parktown, Life British Clinic. That's where I consult.
Okay.
So the first day I saw him, I said, nah, this doctor I know, because I never knew he works there. I said, nah, I know this doctor. And at that time, obviously, I, as a physio, I had already decided that I'm specializing in sports and orthopedics.
Okay.
Yeah, sports injuries and orthopedics. Orthopedics is just bones, ligaments.
Matambo, yeah.
Yes,
Matambo,
see.
yeah.
So I said, no, man, I think I'm in the right place now. Now, this is the point for me to move into soccer.
Yeah.
Now I'm hearing even from security guard, they say, hey, no, that's a doctor. Okay, Zamgana with time.
Yeah.
So that's where it started. So we became friends. Then I went to introduce myself to him. Then I told him what is my plan, why I'm at the hospital, what kind of patient I'm looking for, that I only want sports injuries and orthopedics, and said, you are in the right place.
Yes.
So fast forward, the physio at that time, who is also the physio now at Sundowns,
Sepur,
yeah. He was the one who was the regular physio for the under 23 at the time.
Yeah.
So he had some engagement that he had to attend to. So obviously now, because Dr. Nematswarana was there, he said, hey, Dot, Akazus Bambe.
Yeah.
I said, hey, you know, I've been waiting. No problem. So he started there. Now, there I get to meet players from Sundowns.
Yeah.
Lerato Chabangu, Momere, Johannes.
Robin Johannes,
Yes, at that time. And those were key players at Sundowns, as young as they were. And
Sundowns.
but they were very key players.
Yeah.
So I worked with them. So I think we spent a month in that camp. We ended up going to Tunisia. We played Nigeria in Rustenburg. Then we went to Tunisia. It was part, yes, under Coach Steve.
Yeah.
So that is where I had a relationship with them. So then fast forward now, I write a letter because we had the goalkeeper from Ajax Cape Town there that was injured. Who Petit, I think it's Petit.
Oh, Petit.
Petit,
yeah.
Yeah. So I had to write a report because he was injured.
Yeah.
And then send it to the medical team of Ajax.
Yeah.
When we returned. And it landed on a guy who was actually my senior at university, who was doing fourth year when I was doing first year.
Yeah.
And we used to play football against his team, local football. Yeah. You've got different towns.
But what will we have?
Yes, but the thing is, I did not know he was doing physio.
Yeah.
At that time, we met at varsity.
Yeah.
But anyway, then he phones back. Said, hey man, Saki, are you the Saki? I said, yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
Are you now with other twins? They said, no, I just temporary.
Yeah.
But yes. But anyway, we then resuscitated that relationship because we've lost contact with him qualifying.
Ajax.
Now I'm trying to give you context how we get to be a Sundowns. Because it's a long story, but I'm trying to cut it. Then the John Williams, the physio at Paris now, we started together. Together. Is John Williams is the colored guy.
The Pirates.
Yes. So we're together. Now Sundowns has problems with the physio. Okay, I'm not going to go into detail. What is phones the physio? This guy that I wrote a report to. Remember, before he joined Sundowns, he was his Ajax. So he wanted to recruit the guy to Ajax.
Okay.
To Sundowns.
Yeah.
No. I can't. I have a family. I'm in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Here is the guy. He gives me.
And
he calls John Williams.
yeah.
John Williams.
Local Pirates. John Williams, local Pirate.
At Paris,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And you remember what
Got it,
in
Local
the
Pirate.
times of Thabo Ngome.
Yeah.
So he forced it. No. Here is the guy.
72 recommend.
So that's how then he gets to call. He said, Norman, you come highly recommended. There are people that I was looking at that I worked with when I worked with as physios. So Ben Bafuna Baselas was under. You know, when he called me, I was busy with the client. It was around about 5, and that Tuesday, Sundowns was going to camp. The next day, they were going to play on Zoom. So I was busy. Then the call comes. And normally, I don't pick up the phone. So
my busy time. Yeah.
my phone is always on silent. But something said, no, answer this one. Then I answered. Then this guy, you know, he had the energy.
Yeah.
And me, I'm busy. Is that Saki? I said, yeah, how can I help you?
Yeah.
No, I'm got it. Got it. How can I help you? Got it. Now, nothing clicks.
Coach. Yeah.
So he start talking. Then I'm still confused, man. After a minute, then I ask, God in who?
Yeah.
Because I thought by now, I've noticed God.
Yeah.
I said, Inksy. I think it took me 10 seconds to hey, I've been talking to the coach. Hey, me. Yes, coach. Hey. You know, no, I said, yes, that's how then I go to Sanda, because then he called me, hey, we have crisis with the physio. Can you please come?
Yeah.
You know, I said, Coach, I don't have a problem, but I'm currently consulting. I think I'll finish on that. But I said, I don't care. As soon as you finish, can you come to Southern Sun in Pretoria? Where I said, Coach, I'll be there.
Definitely.
So that's where it started. From there, that day, I never let go.
Up until now.
Up until now. And,
No, man.
and just to add, now when I got to the hotel,
Yeah.
now, remember I mentioned the 3 players I worked with.
And I'm a player. Okay, fortunately.
Excited.
I'm a player was from
Exactly.
under 23. Yeah.
So I think that's what affected everything. They said, no, but this guy is no. You know, because they were so excited, because when I walked in, they came to me and they were surprised. Do you know this guy? I said, yeah, no. I said, okay. So
Now you from Lapo. Now from Lapo, then I feel a right guy now.
that's it. So it's a question of they open the door once, you make sure you are always be ready.
No,
So I was
sure.
ready from day one.
So yeah, Sundowns. Ngifuna nje siqale ukuthi as a physiotherapist kumele wenze sure ukuthi ama injuries are minimal etampini. Siyabona nje ama team amanye ama players ma hamstring yonke lento, ma groin yonke lento. And now uyiqala ngo this thing goes down to indaba yokungabi properly trained somewhere. Angisho ukuthi umuntu properly trained akalimali, but if utrainer ngendlela engiyo, kune physio enakekela ngendlela engiyo, kuya impact yama injury teamini iya minimize. You right?
No, all right, Gakudu. But at the same time, it's not only the physio show.
Yeah.
The management of injuries and prevention of injuries is a collective effort, holistic approach in a way, because you need a doctor, you need a sports conditioning coach, you need the physio, you need the biokineticist, you need massage people as well.
So ubokela abantu babalako, it's just ukungena umlonyeni. Leyo team oyibalako yonke iSundowns is equipped with every department covered.
And it's two. When the other one travel, the one
Sana.
remain behind.
All right. Okay.
So it becomes that collective effort, because remember, I'm a physio. My job is to manage injury.
Yes.
But I don't train the players.
Yeah.
Trains them. Yeah. That's a physical conditioning coach.
Yeah.
So we need to have that report aligned here to say, hey, there are indicators. If we go this route, we might have injuries. Or based on your training that you did today, this is what I'm getting. The players are coming to me, they're reporting these muscles and this one. Or this. So it's a collective. So everybody becomes part of that in terms of preventing injuries. So it's not just a one-man show.
It's a team thing.
It's a team effort.
Okay. Kunemhlobo ehlukene kwama injury. But before ngifika lapho, ngifuna ukunderstand ukuthi i-pressure like from ama coach nakune player limele bayamthoga umdlalo ukuthi hey man in a week siyodlala a big game simfuna ready. Ninayo i-pressure leyo. Ama coach anifaka under pressure ukuthi get these players ready.
No, of course. I mean, football, it's all about pressure. I mean, even you yourself, you work under pressure because you have to produce a certain number of podcasts in a month. Everybody works under. So it's the same thing. We work under pressure, but it is controlled pressure because at the same time you must be realistic as well. We were talking about the coach saying, "Hey, in 10 days we are playing a game," because it sometimes does not depend on me. It depends what are we dealing with here in terms of the treatment. Because to treat a player, you have to get first to the first stage as to what is wrong. Diagnose. If you have to do X-ray, you do your X-rays, you do physical examination, and then you find out what is the problem. And then that problem, then it can be graded as well. Grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. So it's okay for the coach to put the pressure. But sometimes that pressure is good for us to deliver, but sometimes we cannot deliver. Because what we have on the table actually is not going to take 10 days to heal. You know. So pressure is always there. But the beauty about if you come to Sundowns is that we have an open policy at Sundowns where we speak freely. You know, if with me as a physio,
we are advising coach
meeting, and feel that, hey, if I tell the coach that picture won't be ready next week, then I feel that the coach is going to chop my head. Because at the end of the day, we all have a role to play. We are all professional. The club wants to win trophies.
Coach.
So yes, exactly. The coach must win. But for the coach to win, I must supply the players. So we sit and talk about these things. You know, so it's just everybody. You know, everybody.
Kusho ukuthi ngizwisa ukuthi ke nawe usho kusho ukuthi i-medical team yonke kumele ibe aligned, ni communicate ukuthi nikhiphe ama results aphuma. So are right for a team coach be satisfied ngama players aphole in time. So go history yakho ukusebenza kukhona mhlambe la ningazwani khona ese medical team ithola ukuthi you have different opinions with normal mina advice ukuthi kwenza so maybe when uyasuka you advise a physical trainer with normal ama exercise benwenza namhlanje ngathi ayingozi nyana kuma muscles so does it happen? If it happens, the physical trainer ithatha kuhle in good spirit.
We do disagree. You must remember that singabanda about different personalities. And we also come from different schools of thoughts, how we manage things. How you drive your car is not the same as how I drive my car. How I want to manage a injury is not how. So we do have those disagreements, but there is nothing such as if we don't agree in the meeting, then one goes and do his own thing. If I speak about my own club, the head of the medical is the doctor. There has to be a leader. Even if I disagree, but the backstop with the doctor. If we say we are going this route, we all support. So there's no anarchy. There's no chaos. We are not in a banana republic where people do
kune protocol niyazi ukuthi kwenzeka nomunye uyazazi ukuthi ureport aphi nomunye uyazazi ureport aphi ekugcineni.
And those disagreements are also important to see ukuthi this way yakho if we go izaphelela kuphi, but we find out if you go this route izaphelela la. No, but if you go there izasithatha yosibeka la. So we do disagree, but with respect.
Ngiyakuzwisisa. So ke asiye ke phambili ukusundowns nje uyasebenza and uyi physiotherapist usebenza ngamathambo ama common causes wama sports injuries yini ama common causes ngaphandle kwe injury lesibona ukuthi no bamhlabile leyo siyayibona bamhlabile, you understand, but ikhona manje nje player uzobathi bekwoma all of a sudden so bamkhiphile ku starting lineup ulimele.
Even lewuzekedo always a picture with awukazi exclude from the common causes because it's part of the common, but we classify it as trauma.
It's trauma
It's trauma, one of them, and then the other one is overuse. That means being training and without proper
rest, recovery, and all
those will be the causes. And sometimes they must be technical. We talk of extrinsic factors, which is not is outside environment, which is the pitch, which is the weather conditions. Those will be. Then we talk of intrinsic factors, which is
ngaphakathi player lona in person.
the physical condition of the player.
Yeah.
Doing too much too soon. Yes. So those will be the causes. But obviously, we will then classify the common injuries. From those common, there's also common injuries that you will get from that. But trauma, overuse, those will be the majority of in that case.
Ama types of injuries ngana ukuthi nawo ayahlukana ungakhe nje ungidlalele wona ukuthi ama types of sports injuries.
Yes. And the common ones that you will find in football, you will get ligaments injuries.
Yeah.
You will get
Now ukhuluma ngama ligaments asenze so umsipha yini, it's a muscle, ne?
it's a muscle, yes.
Then man kukhuluma ligament nikhuluma ngayo.
It's part of umsipha.
Part of umsipha.
But umsipha attached to a muscle as a tendon.
It's a tendon.
As a tendon, yes. Not as a muscle.
Yeah.
So a muscle, but it pays in the tendon.
Tendon.
It then attached to the bone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it will be muscle injuries, ligament, tendons, bruising, which is the shin, somebody kicks you on the bone. That is bruising, yes. Those are the common ones. But also under those common ones, then you will have under those ligaments, knees, ankle ligaments, knee ligaments, and there are many of them. So your understanding of anatomy is very important because as part of the medical team, you have to know your story because that is where things go wrong.
Yeah.
Because if you don't understand those common, the types of injuries talking about, those different structures, where they start, where they end, then it also affects how you treat the player as well. Because that I'll make a practical example of ligaments. Your ligaments, they connect bone to bone.
To bone. Okay.
They connect bone to bone. That will be the
ligaments, yeah.
So that means this.
So now ukhuluma njalo kufika kimi ukuthi ama player nokuzoba to tear ama ligaments edolweni. So edolweni you understand ukuthi okay, there's a shin part and then there's a thigh. Then the ligament ngilokho okujoina this
bones to bones to keep it together.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those will be the ligaments.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now some of these ligaments, like I said, they move from bone to bone.
Yeah.
But there are ligaments, for instance, the one inside your knee, which comes with two bends. The one bend, it ends is bone to bone.
Yeah.
Then the other one that is bone to meniscus. Which is cartilage. Now the cartilage is what you see, you know, when you eat a drumstick, chicken. That's now the one ligament on the outside of the knee.
Yeah.
If I'm a soccer player, I would rather have an injury of the ligament outside. That's the one inside. Because the inside one is the most complicated one to manage. Because like I say to you, it's come with two bends.
Two bends.
If it attaches, then you might require operation.
Oh.
So your understanding of anatomy is very important when you have to manage these injuries, when you deal with these different type of injuries.
Okay.
And you grade them as well. And these grades, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, all of them. Muscle, grade 1, 3, tendon, grade 1 and 2, 3, which one? Ligaments, grade 1, 2, and 3.
Ama grades la ngoba ngiyezwa always na ubhizi ngama player ukhuluma ngama injury kune grade 1. So I grade 1 kusho ukuthi ulimele kancane so grade 2
grade 2 there's now is 50-50.
Yeah.
50% of the muscle or 50% of the tendon or ligament is torn. The other 50% is intact. Then the grade 3 is complete tear. And all of these things have their own time frames. And the grade 1 of a ligament and the grade 1 of a tendon, although they are both grade 1, doesn't mean they will heal the same.
Yeah.
A grade 1 of a muscle and the grade 1 of a tendon, it doesn't mean they will heal at the same rate because of what makes these structures. Because what promotes healing is blood flow.
Yeah.
If there's no blood flow to those structures, healing is slow. So tendons and ligaments by nature, naturally, they have poor blood supply. So they can't grow. So that is why now when you talk to supporters, fans, he's taking too long. They don't understand that we are dealing with the different structure.
No,
as I started engaging them, because I think the social media sometimes, there's a tendency to be negative at all cost. And sometimes we, especially
social
need
media
to use social media as an education platform.
uyazi that's why ngibiza wena ngifuna lokho ukuthi abantu bazwisise sifuna ibe so educational ukuthi umuntu azwisise nakukhulunywa ngokulimala ukuthi kwenzekani behind ngoba vele abantu baphendula abadlali ihliziyo and lesinye isikhathi uthola ukuthi necoach ayigcina under pressure athathe umdlali azomdlalisa ngabe be 100% ready umdlali first day abuya from injury all of a sudden ayi1 agijima lapha sewuzibambile the very same part labe kuthiwa ulimele khona lokho kukutshela ukuthi bamrashile ukumbuyisa kuyenzeka.
Yes, no, ndakase kanjalo because I mean, if we, that's why I say, when you deal with the player, you need to understand that you are dealing with a human being, and the player is going to tell you when he's ready, and the player is going to tell you when he's not ready. Yes, we know we are in a sporting environment. I know other teams, people can fake injuries as well.
Abanye they can say ready, bangasi ready because it's a big game.
Exactly. That is why I'm sorry, Joe, to cut you. That is why it's important. Your understanding of anatomy, what structure you're dealing with, and the length it normally would take to heal. You can always say, we are rushing him.
Yeah.
Or, no, by now, this thing is healed. So.
Which would now as a doctor or physiotherapist, ukuthi declare a player fit to play. Kuwe na kuye umdlali. Your knowledge actually with this type of an injury, it had isikhathi so. And the player ngile uzokutshela ukuthi I feel comfortable when I'm doing these drills, lama specific drills enibenzisa wona to test ukuthi ready. So kusho ukuthi as much as kulele kuwe nomdlali naye kunepart azoyisho ukuthi ekugcineni nikhiphe ireport yokuthi is 100%.
Yes, because you see sometimes these things are objective and subjective. Yeah. You understand that? And that is more subjective.
Yeah.
And objective is, okay, let's just say a part.
Yeah.
Then that is where now the physio or the physical condition calls say, Mamela, he had an ankle problem.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, okay. Who took it? Can you do some ankle drills there?
Yeah.
Check.
Exchange. Yeah.
And we can see because we put cameras as well. We normally use GPS monitors.
Yeah.
We can see your reaction speed.
Yeah.
That would when it tells left is slow, when it tells so this guy
drop.
Exactly, you understand that. So but like I say, man, to many people that football, we are dealing with elite athletes,
professional football, man.
And there's lots of pressure.
Yeah.
There is some flexibility as well with us. We would say, okay, it's not 100%. Because remember, the games are...
It's not 100% already. We can play 35 minutes and 15 minutes.
With the 80% he has, he can play 5 minutes, can play 10 minutes.
Right.
So we are flexible.
Yeah.
And we will take measures to make sure that the 5 minutes or 10 minutes when play are comfortable. That's where the sports physician comes in. With maybe there's a need for medication. That's where the physio comes in. If you need to strap the ankle, make sure you give it support. Yeah.
So kukhona ama incidents whereby ama players okudlala before kuyokudlala umuntu uzokusho no they administered an injection to kill ama pains ngayokudlala. Is it advisable ukuthi umuntu angadlala ngokuluka athola injection?
It's not advisable,
but it happens.
It happens in other medicines. So I'm being honest. We don't use injection because remember, an injection you mask.
Yeah.
It does not
mask,
give
the pain.
Yeah, mask the pain.
Yeah.
So it gives you false pretense to say good to right. So we normally don't. If you're going to need injection, don't play.
Okay.
That one is
okay.
But normal tablets, yes, Panadol, no, but not injection.
Sakhumzi steroid. Kumnandi ukuxoxa nawe ngiyavuleka emehlweni kuba kuningi nami engikufunda ngokuwe ngizwisisa. You know, as ngikhula nomuntu nje othanda isports. Every time ngibona a player luphuka, I always thought ukuthi this is the worst injury that can happen. But now the more I understand is ngibona ngathi ukuphuka i-technology ne-medicine kuthuthukile sekuyakhona ukumanage umuntu aphuka lunga ama-injury sawabona bo-Dylan Shepherd sathukwa nasibona u-Dylan Shepherd alimala ngendlela alimala ngayo but wakwazi ukubuya wadlala 100%. Namhlanje nguBennett Parker umuntu recently simbona alimala kabuhlungu nangu way to recovery uyaphola yini. So lokho kungitshela ukuthi ukuphuka kwethambo is not the worst injury a person can suffer. What's the worst injury for a sports person or a soccer player?
No, it's just you are like different type of fractures.
Uh-huh.
They are simple fractures. Simple fractures, yes. It's a break, but it's a simple one to manage.
Yeah.
But then you get fractures where the bone just shatters in different pieces, which is difficult to manage. And doctors, I mean, they can't even put a nail in the nail because there's too many pieces. And you find that now that fracture is not healing because there's too many fragments, you know. So I always feel that actually a fracture is the most. You can have a complete tear of the ligament, you can have a muscle tear, but I always feel that the fractures are there because it's longer. Because remember now, you can't walk. While you can't walk, the muscles are wasting, you know, becoming weaker and weaker and weaker. You lose your balance, you know, you lose your confidence. Remember, you still have to come back and go into 50-50. And those plates, they don't remove them. There are many players who are playing in the professional league with plates. Yes, they don't remove them. And you don't feel that you have it.
You go
50-50, that plate is still there. You only remove them only after 2 years, but only if there's a problem.
Okay.
Not just to add what you're in terms of technology is improved.
Yeah.
But I still regard any fracture as, for me, as the worst. I was there with Dylan Shepard. I could hear that fracture, you know, from the body. That's the same thing with Zungu, when he fractured his wire. Zungu also fractured this shin against my respect. Yeah, before he went overseas. Even the panic part of the I could hear. Then I said, no chance.
So career yakho now njengoba sowusebenza kangaka ngiyiphi mhlambe i-injury eyakuthola, whether you were involved or not, whether kuse South Africa or overseas, ngiyiphi injury wathi nawuyibonako nawe la uhleli khona wathu or wena usathuka because usijwayelile izinto?
I think you're correct. It's right. Really, even me, you know, as part of courses it when you were students. So you go to a fridge, where Kukabana Bashonik, you know, you get, you know, the head is there, you know. So for me, you know, those kind of things, when I see those kind of trauma, I'm so talky because I was prepared for that. So even when I see a fracture, I'm always calm because I know, I mean, it's my space. I'm used to it. I'm just used to it. It's like umuntu osebenza emoshwari ngabantu.
Yeah, abantu abashoni.
Wena mawungena emoyini badonto uvula ifridge lula njani. Hayi na umuntu wakho izomvula. So asafile lutho kubona.
As generalize now. Sizoyivala siqale nje ukuthi eSouth Africa ama teams South Africa or league yethu DStv Premiership regard as one of the best leagues in Africa, ne?
Yes.
Top. But now in terms of structure sama team, professionalism yakhona, ama medical teams, ngoke ama team anama medical teams aphelele kona or amanye ama team kuno doctor nje uzamhlana badlalako?
Well, not all the teams will have a fully fledged team in medical. Others, even now, even us, when we play other teams, they come from different provinces, they come to play Sundowns. The match commissioner would come and tell us that team does not have a doctor, but they have a physio. So should there be an emergency, can you please assist?
Yeah.
So it does happen because, you know, it's quite, when I break your man, you would want to have those, but you also understand that, I mean, it's costly. You know, you feel for the owners, club owners as well. You know, that as much as we want to make sure that all the clubs have, but sometimes it's a question of
finances. Yeah. Ngifuna ukubuza this thing. Lesikhathi uwandisile le Tlabika azokhitha ipost ngehloko. That was scary. And ngiyakhumbula ama-doctor we-Sundowns, they rushed in there bayokusiza. Were you there now? Were you part of?
I was on the stands.
Okay.
Happened. I was not doing that game. Godfrey was doing the game.
Yeah.
But yes, eventually I went down. But those who were on the ground doing the game, I think it was Dr. Khan or Dr. Paul, one of them. But both and got went.
banging.
Then whoever was sitting with, we then followed. Yes, yeah, but we do, because it's important. It's part of our duty. It's a part of us. I mean, this is a human being. There's nothing such as I'm Sundowns, I can't.
Yes.
We have to save lives.
Yeah, Saki, ngiya-understand, ngikuzwile, ngiyakuzwa ama-injury and everything. Okunye ngifuna ukukwazi i-recovery period yabona ya different injuries and nama-advices mhlambe nina nama-doctor iplayer nihlali ninalo always nali ku-journey ye-recovery uye ekhaya nimenzani kunama-advice enibanikela wona ukuthi nabasekhaya yini kumele bayenze to speed up i-process yokuphola.
Yeah, ndizakwenza umzekelo, practical example esikuyo ngoku njengoba sivalile.
Yeah.
Bakhona abo banjalo bebehamba ngoku beyo-dead niggles. There's a program.
Yeah.
There's a program for those who did not have any problem that they must do 1, 2, 3 in terms of training to maintain a certain level of conditioning. Because it doesn't mean that you are off for 3 weeks. So now kufuneka uyidladingi uphuze amakhokho uthini ubuye sekuthiwa uya 5 kilograms. More in terms of your weight. It doesn't work like that. This is a professional environment. So everyone has a program. Yes, those ones, I mean, even me in the bank, they manage. We were calling them up there. What is it? Yeah, now, from us. But it's not in the serious part. Says the Luguti Masibu, yes, a reporter, get 22. We must have a report.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, this is what you can do going forward. This, or we can just join the team. Yeah. So there are those programs. Every point has a program. Injured or not injured.
Like njengoba ungichazela ukuthi ama-ligaments la khamba njani ama-tendon nayo yonke lento i-recovery period yakhona iyafana or ayachiyana na nangabe ayachiyana ngisho sometimes kudependa na umzimba womuntu ngoba umunye i-program ngabakhona but ukuthi umzimba wakhe awu-react ngokukhamba ngendlela nihlele ngakhona but normally kuthatha isikhathi esingangani for ama-muscle tears and everything ukuphola.
Yeah, like bendisitshile when you grade it is
yes, yeah.
Grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. Now grade 1 takes 10 to 12 days.
Okay.
10 to 12 days. Because normally with the grade 1 it's overstretching. You find that there's just a few fibers that are torn. So 10 to 12 days the player should be okay. And then when you deal with the grade 2, which is 50% of the ligament muscle is torn, 50% is intact.
Yeah, isn't it?
So that one will require 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
Now, but okay, I'll come to this part. Then grade 3, which is a complete tear, can take anything from 6 weeks above. Because it's a complete tear. And it also depends on the bulk, muscle bulk, the size of the muscle.
Yeah.
The bigger they are, the longer it takes. Smaller the muscle, the shorter the period. And then now, just to wheel recovery, there are 2 things. There is a return to training. There's also return to play.
Okay.
That we need to separate.
Yeah, we should phola to a level which you are ready to return to training, not to play. But
yeah, exactly. And sometimes you find that people get confused with it.
Bababon player trainers, I know so you train already. So that weekend. Yeah,
that training ayenzayo. It is part of the recovery.
Okay. Yeah, guess what? So now uqalako mhlambe nje abadlali i-lifestyle is sleep, kudla, sela and everything kunomthelela ongangani ekutheni iplayer lihlale li-fit and injury free to a certain extent.
Yeah, look, football, especially now, is too demanding. It's too big. So your rest become very important. Lifestyle could become. So you cannot be a professional player during in season and then you still want to drink, you still want to go to nightclubs. And these you are not serious about your career. You're not going to last. Because rest is important, because when you sleep, that is the perfect time for the body to repair itself. So meaning that now if you are in the club, you're sleeping at 4 or 6 in the morning, 8 o'clock you come to, you only sleep for 2 hours. So where did the body recover from the previous training? Did not. So you come to the training and you are not focused, not concentrated, the balance is not there, they pass the ball, there's not coordination, you can really get injured. So your rest is very, very important. You cannot be drinking as well, because you know there are certain enzymes in your body that they need to function the way they should be functioning, so that they assist with the repair. Because in that blood, you've got proteins, you've got minerals, vitamins. So now, if you put on these toxins in your body, you are now disturbing the transportation of all these good minerals or good vitamins or good, and that you need to repair the muscles. So you definitely you can't be smoking. Water is the perfect one for you.
Saki, bekumnandi ukukhuluma nawe. Kube mnandi, but ke sewuphuma straight ngifuna umlayezo ongawunikela aspiring footballers abazabe basibukele namhlanje ukuze handlela when it comes to ama injuries, no prevent ama injuries, nokuthi umuntu aziphathe njani ukuthi i-career yakhe idosa. Anyway, so kubadela ukunyukusela nokulala nami, if there's anything you can add, and then to someone osicalileko nje ofisako naye ukuthi azithole akule field profession okiyo yokuba i-physio, mhlawumbe nje ukumtshela advices and nama challenges angahlangana nawo endleleni.
Yeah, just start being a physio first. If you want to be in the sporting environment, just know that you are not the show. You are not the show. Don't take the spotlight. Sport is about people. It's about serving. So don't take the spotlight. Be passionate about people. You cannot say you want to work in the sporting environment, but you think that you are the show. Show passion. How was your day? How is your family?
The human side.
Exactly. So you have to have passion for people. And then as a player, you can't be sitting on the fence whether you want to play football. Yes, I want to play, but I also want to party. No. If you want to play football, then you must know that there's no time to party. You will do that when you retire. Because it's important that you because your body is like your engine. You need to service that body because you're going to last. And also be coachable. Be coachable. Be a good guy. Because you find that there are players who would want to play for a specific team or what we pro, but when you give the advice, they already know the answer. They want to coach the coach. You know, so and I always, even at the club, I always tell the players that a coach is not your enemy. A coach is like a father.
It's there to guide you.
When he shouts at you, it's not because he hates you, because it's pushing you to go to the next level. So what is the best thing for you as a player to do? It's not to go to the corner and go whisper or sing to coach. It's for you to leave the other players. Take it upon yourself to go and knock on the door. Coach, there was this thing, movement that time at rock. And so how do you want me to play? Because if you don't do that, you are not going to survive long in football. Because how many coaches are you going to change? How many clubs are you going to move to? Because you are not coachable. So make sure, I know that some coaches are difficult to nature because that's who it is, but you as unfortunately, you must be humble. So it's very important. And that goes to anybody, even if you are a physio for that matter. You mentioned, we spoke about pressure, that this environment, there's too much pressure. If your coach shouts at you, it's not because he hates you. You need to put yourself in the coach's shoes, that there's pressure from top, that he needs to win the game. So you have to play your part as well as a physio to say, my part is to make sure that I supply the coach with the best material. If you sign 20 players, all those 20 players must make sure that's really create a headache for the coach. The coach must have a headache that I've got all my players ready. So who do I pick? That's a good headache for the coach. Not headache that all my players are injured. Good. Thank you very much, Bijo, for inviting me. And I hope this was educational and people will enjoy it. And I wish you all the best going forward. I'll be watching. I'll be waiting for you to say subscribe. I'll be subscribing to your podcast.